Hello and welcome to Eriu Tarot Readings. I'm Eriu and I'm here to give you your October tarot reading. So as always, if your sun sign video doesn't give you a lot of clarity, don't worry about it. Check out your moon and rising sign videos. I do it all the time as well, watching other tarot readers, and it really does help me at times. So do that. And also to let you know about this particular reading, this is called the What Am I Doing With My Life reading. Pretty self-explanatory, folks. Let's try and get a bit of guidance. Let's try and figure it out, at least for the month of October. And if you'd like a reading with me, you can certainly have one. My details are below. Just get in contact. Now that that's out of the way, let's see how your month is gonna go. Hi Cancer, and welcome to your October reading, lovingly titled What Am I Doing With My Life? I know it's my delivery of that was less than desirable, but I think it's pretty fitting for what's going on in the world now. So hopefully we're going to find you some answers, or at least give you a bit of guidance into your October. So let's fire away. So the very center card here, it's the heart of the spread. Now it is covered by the second position, so my apologies that you can't see it, but let me tell you, am I delighted? A, with the heart center card, and B, with the entire reading. Cancer, we're on to a winner this month, and it's not even your birthday month. Libra didn't even get as good a reading as you have with this, and well done. That's what I want to say. You've obviously put in some good karma, my lovelies. Right, let's crack on. So very hard to the reading. We have the Ace of Cups. Hallelujah. Ace of Cups here. Water energy. It's you. It's Scorpio. It's Pisces, but with the Ace, we really get your element in its most purest form. And this position, I should say, actually is you right now. So for some of you, we can actually just apply this reading to love or work or family or friends or anything like that, by the way. But for a lot of you, what I'm seeing, this is a love reading, and it can be for the love of someone else, or it can be of the love for the self, which is always good, right? So Ace of Cups here, purest form. This energy is everything you need. It's healing, it's subtle, it's nurturing, it's translucid, it's transformative, it's creative in its own way, it's inspirational, it's blessed. You are coming into October very, very blessed, Cancer. And so if you needed that emotional rejigging from the last few months, then you've got it this month. If you wanted a new chapter in love, you're getting it this month. If you are already with somebody and you feel like it's gone a bit stale, honey, you're getting it this month. In more ways than one. But I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. This is you now. And also just remember, I'm saying that this is coming to you, this energy, but also to say to you that you have the ability to give this energy out tenfold. So if there are people that require that assistance from you, I know you're good with this anyway. You're the best shoulder to cry on in the world. You don't judge, you just listen, and you give. Your presence is quite healing as well. Some people may gravitate towards you this month, Cancer, because you have all this in abundance. So I would say to you, give if you want and give what you can, but by no means forget about yourself. It's really, really important. Let's look at your second card, which is draped just across the very first card there. This is the second position. This is what you are afraid of. Now, this is a major arcana, and from what I can see, it's the only one that you have in the deck, but it's still a great reading, but it's still a great reading nonetheless. The lady would be known as the Empress in this particular deck. She is full of passion, again, creativity, sensuality, the element of motherhood, being mothering, taking people under your wing, fertility, but also like when we talk about fertility and physical birth, we're talking about also the birth of ideas, the birth of projects, the ability to bring people together. She's really the epicenter of it all, and there's so much beauty that comes with this card. This card is gorgeous anyway. I really, really like this card. I feel a much more Mother Earth, Gaia-esque vibe to it, which I don't think anyone wouldn't want. She's also very, very open. She's very trusting. And this woman, even though she's earthy, she's very grounded, and she has an element of emotional intelligence as well to her. She can be the rock, and she can bring stability to things and abundance, but she is also so warm and just loving in so many ways, and in all the right ways. What I see here is that it's odd that this is in the position that you have, right? So it's a position of what are you afraid of? When I look at this and I combine it with the where you are now card with the Ace of Cups, even though you have an abundance of emotion, everything that you could possibly love, everything that you could possibly give, I think there's an element of fear that it might all be on you, Cancer, to deliver all these wonderful attributes that I just said to you. There's a fear that you will have to be the one to carry everything along with you. There's an element of the 10 of Wands vibe here, that the things will fall on your shoulders because people know you to be the one that can deliver the certain things that they need, like even all the aspects of what I said about the Ace of Cup card, that you have it in abundance and that you're very healing, but there may be a worry that you don't get to keep some of that for yourself. I also see that there may be a slight fear of having to be head of the family. So if some of you have experienced death recently, or that maybe your mother has passed away, this is saying that you feel that huge urge to be the one to step into those shoes and be the matriarch of not just your immediate family, but almost all of the family. That these things will fall upon your shoulders. And then in addition to that, maybe some of you have just given birth and it's a case of you have to look after this new little person in the world and yet look after other people emotionally as well. So be what we say in Irish, we say be cuaramach, which means be careful that you don't fall into that trap. And I said it to you with the Ace of Cups, people will gravitate towards you, but you need to take care of yourself first. So just be cuaramach. Still not a bad card, but I see where your fear is coming from. Now, the third position that we have for you, which is the card on the far left there, just underneath the white flower on the left, and that is the Princess of Cups. So you feel like so much cup energy. All you have is water and earth energy, which isn't a bad thing for you because earth energy is still very complementary to you. But in this position, this is the past influence that has been beneficial to you. This, in my eyes, this really is you. Now, it could also be somebody else that you have been around or has guided you, or even indirectly not knowing that they did this. But the Princess of Cups here would also be known as the Page of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So we have someone that again embodies all that cup energy, but because you have the Page, which is seen as quite a lot younger, we have somebody here who is very freeing with that energy, that life hasn't really hit you as hard, so you feel that you can be more open. There's a youthful aspect to it that you want to, when people are hurt, you're opening there with them, you're experiencing it there with them, you give more of your time to them. And even for you, what's been beneficial to you, obviously, is being near to water, because we even see her here at the tree by the lake, that this has been somewhere that she wants to be. And so a lot of you may have good memories of having done this. And I just want to say, if any of you have lost a parent and you've had to step into this guiding role, that if this reflects your mother, or father, I should say, it's a beautiful thing that they gave you the opportunity to really indulge and enjoy these characteristics of your sign, because it has allowed you to step into that role of the mother, of the lady, of Gaia, in order to help those around you. And this card also, with this deck, means that you have been given an opportunity to really follow your dreams, especially when you were younger. Or I want to say younger, I say that because the princess, but in the past you've been given this opportunity to follow your dreams. And that being a sensitive, loving and imaginative person, that has given you ample opportunity and opened many doors for you in order to pursue what you want, to put you in a nice position that you're in at the moment. If some of you are struggling with jobs, which you all understand is a big thing now as well, globally, this is saying that you really do have the skills, and you have the skills that what you've put into practice, whether you were aware of it or not, is so embedded in you and is so strong that don't underestimate your ability when moving forward. I think some of you need to hear that. Don't underestimate what you can do, and don't sell it short, and don't sell it for anything less than it is worth, because you've been able to cultivate that, and you've done that, and that's really what's been beneficial for you, especially coming from the past. And as I say, the past, the most recent past as well. The card at the very bottom of the reading there, you'll see it. It's all on its lonesome. It's grounding the entire reading. This is the Three of Cups. So another cup energy. Fourth placement here. This is past influence that's been of negative influence in your life. So Three of Cups again. This card is very sociable. Oh my goodness. It's all about socializing, being with friends, having a good time, having a few drinks, being around a good support system or network, being able to network as well. If we want to associate this with a past negative influence, this may have been that at times, Cancer, you've been gently swayed to go over to the dark side a little bit, or have a little bit of too much enjoyment that has kind of made you deviate from the path that you're on, or slowed it down essentially. This is saying as well, which is very strong for me, that there's been people around you in those social circumstances that have not had your best interests at heart. And what I'm also hearing is talking all the talk and not walking all the walk. Which I find irritating, and also saying that they will, we'll definitely do that, or we'll definitely meet up, we'll definitely do this, we'll definitely talk about that, and then it's just all words. Something's never grounded with it. So in the past, you may have been influenced by those who may have been of a somewhat higher, more powerful disposition than you, even in the family or in work, and they really weren't going to act upon what they promised. So I see a lot of letdown promises with this card as well. It's all right during the night or during the evening when you're together and you're all talking, but when the daylight comes, it's a different story. So I guess that beautiful sensitivity that you had may have been taken advantage of at times. That seems to be a past influence. But, when stuff like this pops up, especially and it says it's negative, you can't help but go, okay, I've learned from that. Like, I get that now. I see it now. And for those of you who didn't, or you at least thought maybe there's something in the background that maybe that person wasn't as true as you thought they were, this card pops up to say, yes, that is the case. But look, you've learned, and we can move forward with that. Now, the very top of this reading is crowning the entire reading. This is our fifth position, and this is what you promise to yourself. So even though there's love here and there's family, I feel work in this reading as well, obviously, because we got the Pentacles rocking up here. I hope I didn't say heart. Crowning the reading, I should have said. I hope I didn't say that. Pentacle energy with Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn. So for you, what you're promising yourself is to leave the Three of Cups and then the Three of Pentacles here. So we have a balance. So it's not like anything really severe happened, but you kind of came to your senses really quick and you're like, if I want this, I'm going to have to work at this. There is an element of you doing it by yourself, Cancer. So if you are deciding to be an entrepreneur and you're thinking, God, do I need to be in a partnership? Would that help more? This is saying you're going to begin this yourself. This is really on you. And I don't want to say that to be like, this is all on your shoulders, kid. But it's for you to do by yourself, because you have the strength to do it. But I guess at times there is a certain amount of concern or fear where you're like, Jesus, could I really do this all by myself? And this is saying yes, but I see you having a really strong level of determination in October to fulfill exactly what you want and where you're going. If this is a new job as well, you are going to start as you mean to go on. And that's big thing, and I'm such an advocate of that. Start as you mean to go on, even if people question, even if people look upon you and they look confused and they're not quite sure what you're doing, but you know what you're doing, Cancer. This is saying you keep on trucking, babe. You keep on going, because you know where you're going and you don't need that validation from them. And at times you don't even need their interest. This is something that's already been, it's come off the ground for you. This isn't like you're beginning from scratch, but This card is saying to you, put in the work this month, begin, because we're going to have a lovely trickle effect then coming into November and December, and you're going to build and it's going to snowball. And I see this for you here, as I said, being so determined. You've got the tools. For some of you, you might feel like, oh, I don't have enough, or I don't have this, or I don't have the right equipment. No. You do what you can with what you have, and you can certainly do it. Promise yourself as well to allocate the time outside of your normal work hours if this is a side project or a side hustle or something you want to take off the ground but you want to keep it quite quiet or to yourself. This is saying do it after work. It's going to be long days, it's going to be long hours, but it'll be so worth it in the end. And your final card then, the 6th card, this will be the result of it all. What will come out of all of this? And the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is it's a funny card to have as a result, I must say. But it is a card that has come out for many signs this month in various ways. So when we've Pentacle energies, we've gone from a 3 to a 5, so we are elevating. Pentacle, Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn. Let's get to it. Let's get grounded. Let's work, get the job done and do it well. And attention to detail also is associated with the 3 of Pentacles. Now the 5 of Pentacles, it's saying here that the result is you feeling that you are being left out of something, that you really have no control over this thing that you're being left out of. There's also like a feeling of abandonment at times. So I wouldn't take this in a bad way, Cancer. What I would say to you is the people that were surrounding you in the 3 of Pentacles card, that were questioning what you were doing, were looking at you and wondering what you were doing, those people will go. It's time. Is it not though? Like, we know who we can rely on. These people we cannot rely on. This is also saying for some of you, you're walking away from the job that you're in and you're going to a new one. It's not to say though that you don't have regret about that or sadness, and that's perfectly understandable too. For some of you, it may also involve redundancy. But listen, I want to tell you, this is very important, especially with this particular deck. In this card, and it might be quite hard for you to see, I have the camera very high up on the tripod this time actually, but in the distance we see this person's a tree, right? And in the distance we have a hound, a dog and a hare. And there is this Irish phrase of someone who runs with the hare and hunts with the hound. And what that means is somebody who's very, very two-faced, who knows what's going on in this camp and knows what's going on in that camp and doesn't commit to either one. They're very good self-preservation people. I suppose it's self-preservationists. That's not a word, but I think I just made it up. And they're very much about themselves and their own survival. So if redundancy comes up for some of you, I want to tell you, like, this isn't a bad thing. If it's offered to you, it's just being given to you without your own say, I guess, in any of it. This is saying to you, take this as a blessing. It doesn't look like it, but take it as a blessing, because not only will you get away from the wrong people, because let's face it, you may have been working with them for quite some time. Goodbye, they'll be going, and that means you can further yourself with the 3 of Pentacles card. So I would rather have that, see it as a blessing in disguise, than looking at it as anything else. And Cancer, I'd prefer that. And remember, runs with the hare and hunts with the hound. You can't rely on people like that, especially in your work life, or if this is a love reading for some of you, in your romantic life as well. So let it be, let it go. And I see you a bit sad and at the end of this month, but way better off. Overall, a good reading, Cancer. I'm really, really happy for you. If you dig what I do, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. More importantly, leave a comment. I want to hear how you're getting on. If you'd like a reading with me, you can certainly have one. My email address is below. Just shoot me an email. Until next month, Cancer, have a great October. Have a great Halloween. And I will see you in November. Take care, lovelies. Bye-bye.